Hello everyone. In this video session, I am going to explain part 71 of Java for Tester series, that is, what are classes and objects in Java. What are classes and objects in Java? So what are classes, what are objects? At a high level, class is a template. Okay, class is nothing but a template, guys. For what? What is the purpose of the template? Okay, class is a template, and what is its purpose? Class is a template for creating objects in Java, guys. In order to create objects in Java, we have to use class, which is nothing but a template. Okay, class is a template using which we can create objects in Java. So what is an object? So what is an object? Object, when created using class template, will become, okay, object is an instance of the class. So they are both related, guys. Here class and object are both related. Okay, class is a template using which we can create objects, whereas object is an instance of the class. Object is an instance of the class. So let me take one example, guys. You may not be able to understand these two statements at this moment, but after my example, you will understand why class is a template and how it can create objects and all. Okay, and how object is an instance of the class also you will understand after this example. So let me take one example, guys. This is not an example related to Java, guys, but this real-time representation of something here will make you understand class and objects in detail. Let's say, guys, let's say you wanted to build a house. Okay, there is a colony here. Let's consider this as a colony, guys. Okay, very big colony, you can say. Lot of compound spaces there here, and a lot of houses can be constructed in this colony. Okay, currently it's kind of empty here, as you can see. There is no house or building built in this particular colony at the moment. So you wanted to build a house in this particular colony, and you went to an engineer. Okay, so the engineer has come up with some building plan. He has created some plan, guys. Okay, some plan. I'm just representing the plan in this way. Okay, so some floors of the building and all. Okay, like this. The building was something like this. He just created a plan, guys. This is assume that it's not a picture or something. It's a plan for building the building. Okay, he has given the height, width, and all those measurements for building the building here. Okay, building an house here. So using this plan, you have built an house here. Okay, let's say you have built an house here. Using this plan given by the engineer, you have built an house. Tomorrow, some other person even want to build an house beside your house in this particular colony. He also went to the engineer, he took the plan, and according to the plan, he created another house. Okay, his house. His house was near to your house. Like that, many people started going to this engineer, and they took the plan from the engineer and started building their own houses. Like this, multiple houses got built in this particular colony. Okay, different buildings. I'm just representing at a high level, guys. It's not a real building, but okay, it looks appropriate, right? I'm just representing it as a building. Okay, fine. So like different buildings were built in this colony. Okay, different buildings got built in this colony by different people. So let me just keep on adding the buildings so that this colony will be occupied with different buildings. Okay. So here, guys, how did the buildings got developed or built? Okay, these are the real buildings, guys. Here, this is a plan. Okay, using this plan, by using this plan given by the engineer as a template, this real buildings got created. So here, what is a class and what is an object, guys? When you compare this real example, real world example with this class and object, okay, which one you will choose as a class and which one you will choose as a object, guys? As I said here, class is a template for creating objects. Here, plan is a kind of template used for building the houses, right? So what is an object? Object is a byproduct of this plan, right? Is an instance of this class. Here object is an instance of the class. Here each and every object is a byproduct of this plan, right? So here, so what is a class and what are the objects? So this plan is a class, guys. Okay, when you compare this class and object here, the relation between the class and object here in the real world, this building plan given by the engineer is the class. Okay, because here class is a template, here plan is also a template. Okay, here plan is a template for creating the houses, whereas here class is a template for creating objects. So here different buildings, real world buildings are the objects. Okay, objects, object one, object two, like that. Okay, different objects, object, all the houses here are the objects, like this, guys. Now you may be in a position to understand the definition of the class and object, guys, after this example. Class is a template, okay, like a plan for creating objects, for creating houses. Okay, object is an instance of the class. Object is in this house is a byproduct of this plan, such kind of thing. Okay, so class is a template for creating objects, whereas object is an instance of the class. Okay, so this kind of relation we have in Java. Okay, now since you understood what is a class and what is an object at a high level, okay, now let's move on with the next things, where I would like to demonstrate, okay, in practically. This is all theoretical part to make you understand in Java what exactly is a class and what is an object and what is the relation between this class and object. Okay, this is a real example I made you understand. Okay, how class is a template and how it can create objects. In the similar way, we can create by using the engineer's plan, we can build the houses. The same way in Java, guys, by using the class as a template, we can create objects. Okay, that's what my intention is all about. So we are done with this theoretical explanation of classes and object and their relationship in Java. Now let's move to the practical part where I will be, okay, create a class, and using this class as a template, created class as a template, I am going to, okay, build or create multiple objects. That's the main practical thing that I want to show you right away. So let me open this Eclipse IDE, and there is no project here. Let me create a new project, guys. So for that, I have to say file, new, file, new. Then I have to say project, okay. And this new project dialog will come, wizard will come, where I have to select this Java folder, expand this Java folder and select this Java project folder. Then I have to click on next button. Then it will ask for the project name, my Java project. I will give any project name, guys. I can give any name here. Okay, my Java project, I will say. Okay, now I will say click on finish. So the project will be created here, guys. Java project got created here. Expand it. As you can see under SRC, there are no classes here. There are no Java files which have the classes, right? So let's create a new Java file, that is new class. Right click on SRC and select new class option here. When you do that, it will ask for the new Java class dialog will come and it will ask for the class name. I would like to give the class name as demo for now. Okay, I would like to give the class name as demo for now. And without selecting anything, I will click on the finish button. Fine. So now in this demo.java file, we have this class named demo got created. Okay, here as you can see, the name of the Java file and the name of the class are same. That's fine. And inside this demo class, I would like to create a main method. So public static void main string of aux. Okay, this is a way you have to create the main method, guys. Okay, so inside this main method, okay, this main method is the place from where the execution will start in Java, guys. That's why we have to create this inside the classes every time. Okay, that's fine. Now, guys, I don't want to use this demo class as a template for creating the objects. Okay, class is a template for creating the objects. That's correct. Okay, but in this example, I don't want to use this demo class. I can use this demo class also as a template for creating objects, guys. For making your understanding better, I don't want to use this demo class as a template for creating objects, guys. Instead, in the same this Java file, in the same Java file, okay, I would like to create another class. Okay, here already one class is there with the name demo, guys. The single Java file, I can create multiple classes, guys. Okay, so I would like to also cover that you can create multiple classes inside the same Java file. So here for now we have the demo class, but I want to create another class. The purpose of me creating another class here is to use that class as a template for creating the objects, guys. Okay, use that new class, the other class that I'm going to create now, for using that as a template. I want to create a template class here. Okay, I don't want to use a demo class as a template for creating objects. Rather, I want to create another class in the same demo.java file, using which I will use that particular new class as a template for creating objects later on. Okay, so let me start creating another class inside the same demo.java file. So I will use the same syntax, guys. Public class demo is there here. I will use the same thing here. It will result in some errors, guys. Don't worry. I will tell you why the errors are coming and how to resolve them. I want to create a class like name car, guys. Okay, class with the name car. Public class car. This is the class name, and this will make this name as a class. Okay, that's fine. Inside this car class also, you see already you are getting some error, guys. Right? You're already getting some error. The public type car must be defined in its own file. You're getting some error. I'll explain you why you are getting that error. So before that, so in the demo class, we already have this public static void main. Similarly, in the car class also, I will create a main method. Okay. Otherwise, I'll copy paste same main method here like this. That's fine. That's fine. Now we have two classes in the same demo.java file. We have two classes. One is a demo class. Another one is a car class. But there is an error coming with the car class, guys. The reason for this error is that, okay, with the new class, okay, when there are multiple classes in the Java, okay, when there are multiple classes in the same Java file, okay, the class name which is matching with the Java file name, that is here demo.java is matching with the demo class name. The name of the Java file is matching with the class name here. That class should only have this public access specifier. All the other classes other than the classes which, okay, all the other classes other than the classes which have the name same as the Java file name should not have, okay, other classes should not have the public access specifier. Only the class which is having the name as the Java file name should have the public access specifier, and all the multiple classes inside the same Java file should not have this public access specifier. That is number one rule, guys. If you are creating multiple classes inside the same Java file, if you are creating multiple classes inside the same Java file, then only the class which is having the name which is equal to the name of the Java file should have the public access specifier. All the other remaining classes, okay, should not have this public access specifier. Here, as we already know, demo is matching with this demo.java, that is class name demo is matching with file name demo.java. Then it is fine, guys. It's fine to have this public access specifier here. But here, car class is not matching with this demo.java. That means you should not be providing this public access specifier, guys. Okay. I'll explain about this public access specifier in detail in the upcoming videos. For now, just understand the rules, okay, for creating the multiple classes in Java. Okay, you should not have this public access specifier. You see the error got resolved immediately when I removed this public here before this other class which doesn't have the name equal to this Java file name. You see the error got resolved. Now the next thing, okay, next thing that need to be corrected in this program when you have multiple classes in the same Java file is when you try to run this demo.java, right click run as Java application, you see Java will be confused, guys. Okay, instead of running it, it is asking you select Java application, which one you want to run. Either you want to run this car class or demo class. Why it's asking me, guys? Why this Java is asking me to select either car or demo here? The reason here is these two classes, that is demo class and car class, have public static void main methods. You see, when you run something, the execution should start from the main method. But here there are two main methods. One main method is inside the demo class, whereas the other main method is inside the car class. So Java is now confused whether which class I have to use, have to run, which main method I have to run, whether the main method in the demo class or main method in the car class. That's the problem, guys. So here, to make this simplify, the simple rule here is that we should not have multiple main methods, guys. Okay, to avoid this, we should not have the multiple main methods inside the different classes in the same Java file. So which one I have to remove? Do I have to remove this one or do I have to remove this one? Which one I have to remove? Okay, so the answer for this one is that, okay, public access specifier class should have this main method, guys. Okay, the class which is having this public access specifier should have this main method. The car which doesn't have this public access specifier should not have this main method. Okay, simply remove this. This is the second rule, guys. Okay, have only main method inside the class which is specified with the public access specifier and whose class name is equal to the Java file name. And other class, you should not keep this main method. Okay, that's the number 2 rule. Okay, first rule is that only the class names which are matching with the Java file name should have the public access specifier. And second rule is that main method should be only inside the classes which have the public access specifier only. Okay, fine. Now the class looks very simple. The new class looks very simple, like it doesn't have any public access specifier and it doesn't have any main method. Simply it says car class car and opening and closing circular brackets. So when you try to run, this will run this time, guys. Okay, it doesn't give any pop-up. You see, it will run. Okay, since there is nothing inside the main method, it got executed also. Okay, so only one main method, it will take the decision and directly run the demo. This main method inside this demo class. Fine. Now, guys, what is the purpose of me creating this new class inside the same demo.java file? Why did I create another class? Because I wanted to use this car class as a template for creating the objects, guys. So did I create any template so far? No, only the body, only the outer layer got created for this class, guys. For the car class, you can see starting curly brace and opening, closing curly brace is there, but there is nothing inside this car. I have to create a template inside this car class template, guys. Okay, car class. How to do that? Creating a template is nothing but creating a template for this car class is nothing but creating the properties, guys. Properties means variables and methods. Okay, I have to create the variables and methods inside this car class. Then the car class will become a template. Okay, let's create the template for this car class now by creating the properties, that is variables and methods inside this car class. So let's start with string car model. Okay, a realistic examples I will give, guys. Car have some model. Every car has a model, right? So string car model and int cost, the price of the price of the car. Okay, and string color of the car. Okay, I can give many more variables also, guys, but I don't want to like give more because I just want to show you with an example. Okay, this for example purpose only. I don't want to depict the entire car. Okay, at a high level I would like to take these three variables and then I want to have some methods also inside this car class. Okay, so for that I will create some methods like what I will create public void start car. Okay, public void start car, and then I will say another method I will create public void stop car. Okay, public void. This is a method name, guys. Okay, one method name, second method name, and I'm going to create another method that is public void car details. Now I don't have any body inside this, like I don't have anything inside this the three different methods. So I will start writing something into this method size. Okay. So here I will say system.out.println. When this car details method is called, I'll print something like this. Okay. System.out.println. The model of the car is plus this car model. Okay. This model. And system.out.println. The cost of the car is plus this cost. Okay, and you can actually make it more readable by using like car cost, car color, like that. Okay, car cost. Then the next one is system.out.println. The color of the car is plus car color. Okay, like this. Three things I created. So when you call this car details, it will print all the details of the car. that is model of the car, color of the car, cost of the car, everything will be printed. Now, when you call the start car, it will simply start the car. So how can we know that this particular method has been called? For that, I'm just putting a print statement, sample print statement. It says this car model started. Simple guys, okay? When this car model started printed, then we'll know that this method got called. And stop car also I will do the same thing. System.out.println car model, this car model plus stopped. Okay, just stopped. Fine. Now we have the template guys. This is the template guys. This is nothing but the template. Okay, this is a class and it will now act as a template because it has some properties like variables and methods. Okay. Now guys, using this template, we can create objects. Using this car class template, now we can create objects guys. So what is a class? Class is a template like a building plan given by the engineer. Class is a template for creating their engineer plan will be used for creating the houses. Whereas here class template can be used for creating what guys? Objects. Okay, we can create objects using this car class template. Okay, which has its properties and methods. Fine. Now this is a separate class. Okay. Now in this other class, that is demo class, inside this main method, okay, where we can write the programming logic, inside this main method we can create the objects guys. We have to create objects inside the methods only. Okay, you cannot create objects outside the methods. You have to create the objects inside the methods. So here this is a different class, this is a different class, and I want to use this car class template, and I want to use this car class template for creating the objects inside this demo class. Okay, so inside this main method I will create the objects guys. You should not be creating the objects outside the methods. Okay, you should be creating the method objects inside the method itself. So in the demo class inside this main method, so I want to create an object for this. I want to create objects using this car class template. So how to create the objects? How to create the objects for this car class template? So for that guys, Java is providing a keyword. Okay, an operator you can say. There is an operator known as, in Java there is an operator known as new operator. Okay, in Java there is an operator known as this new operator, using which we can create objects. This, what is the purpose of this new operator in Java guys? This new operator using which we can create objects. It creates objects using the car class template guys. Okay, using this new operator, okay, we can create objects for the class template. Okay, without this operator we cannot use the template. This class template will be used by that new operator for creating the object size. Okay, so how to use that new operator then? How to use this new operator for creating the objects? Simple guys, you have to simply say new followed by this operator guys in Java for creating the objects for the given class. Now I will copy the car, this class name, that is car, which I would like to use as a template for creating objects. I have copied it and paste it here. Okay, and provide after this class name, you just need to provide the opening and closing circular brackets and put a semicolon. That's it guys. New, create a new object for which class? Car class. That's it guys. Okay, this statement will create object. Okay, new object will be created for car class. Fine. So that's fine. So this new operator is now creating the object for this car class. That's correct. Now when you hover the mouse on this, okay. So otherwise when you say is equal to, okay. So before that, let me explain. New car, you are saying. That means I said that this new operator will create an object for this car class. Okay. So like this. So let's say this is your computer memory. Somewhere in the memory, okay, this new operator will create an object for this car class. So in this object memory somewhere, okay, object will be created. Okay, some space, memory space will be allocated for this object guys. Okay, some object got created guys. Okay, this is one object you can say we can say this as object one. Okay, the memory, in your computer's memory, some memory got reserved for your object. Okay, and what is a class here? Car class. For the car class, an object has been created in the memory. Some memory got reserved for this car object. So how to refer? How to refer this memory location? We should give some name to this memory, right? Some object got created. Okay, this new operator has created some object for this car class. But how to refer this? How to actually access this object memory? Some reference should be there. Okay, some reference should be there using which some reference name should be there using which we can access this memory out of this computer memory. For that, you have to assign this newly created object. Okay, you have to assign this car object to a reference variable. A reference variable, guys. I will give some name, guys. Let's say Maruti. Okay, I'll give some name as Maruti. So this is a reference. This is a reference name using which we can access this object. Okay, so this is a Maruti. So guys, here car is a class template. Okay, it is a class. Car is a class which will act as a template. Using this template class, we are creating the object using the new operator. This new operator, when creates an object using this car class template in the computer memory, this kind of memory will be reserved for this object. Whatever the new object that got created, okay, it will be created. But how to refer or access this one? So for that, we have to assign this newly created object to a variable. Okay, variable or reference variable you can say here. Okay, object reference. You can simply call this Maruti as an object reference because this reference variable refers to the object. Okay, object reference. That's why this is a reference variable which refers to the object. That's why you can call that as object reference. Okay, it's an object reference. We also created an object reference now, using which we can refer to the object created by this new operator for this car class template. Okay, but guys, I'm getting an error because every variable or object reference in Java need to be defined. So which with what type we have to define this object reference or variable? So over the mouse, okay, create local variable Maruti. You see car class. We have to define this variable with the same class name. That is car Maruti is equal to new car. This is the object creation statement. Together, okay, sorry. Together, this complete statement can be called as object creation statement. Okay, this complete statement car Maruti is equal to new car is known as object creation statement. In this statement, the new operator will create the object for the car class using this syntax, and whatever the object got created, we have to access it using the object reference. That is a variable kind of thing or object reference. This variable name or object reference will refer to the object created by this new operator. And since we have to define this variable, okay, with some data type. So here, since this object reference or variable, okay, object reference or variable holds the object of the car class, we have to define this object reference or variable with which class? Car class itself. Okay, like this, guys, this entire statement will become a object creation statement. Okay, fine. Now the next thing here is similarly, I created only one object now. Okay, I created one object for this. Okay, one object for this car class template. I just used a reference variable name as Maruti. Now the next one I want to use is I want to create another object creation statement, guys. That is I will say new car. This will create the new object. This is the first object created for the car class, guys. This is the second object that I'm going to create. Okay, when you say new car, in this computer memory, another okay memory location will be reserved, and this is the second object. It doesn't have any name so far, but it is a second object created for the car class in the computer memory. And we have to refer to this another object created for the car class also. So we have to give some reference variable or object reference here. The same thing will happen, guys, is equal to, okay, Benz, I will say, okay, Benz. And I have defined this Benz object reference with the same class name, that is car. This will become the second object creation statement. Now, this is the second object creation statement in this example. Now the third one I will create, okay, I will create another object for the car class template like this. Using the new operator, I can create the object for this car class, and is equal to, I will say, because when an object that is another object got created in this memory location, that is, let's say some xyz object, that is object 3 I will say for now, and this object need to be referred. Okay, for that we need some object reference, that is kind of variable. Here we created the object reference as Benz. Here as you can see here, Benz is object reference for referring to the second object created for this car class template. And now for the third object I want to also use another object reference for referring to this third object created. I will call this as Audi, guys. Okay, Audi. So here I will say Audi is equal to, okay, since this Audi object reference is storing the object of this car class, I have to define this Audi object reference with the uh, car class name. Okay, I am defining this guy. This is a type of the object reference. Okay, the type of the object reference is car class. The type of this Benz object reference is car class. The type of the Audi object reference is the car class. So this is the third object creation statement. Fine. Like this, I created three objects, and each and every object has an object reference now. And these are the three object creation statements. So I can clear them out for now because you understood it so far. Okay. So now that's fine. So what we can do with this, there are three objects created and each and every object is referred by this, referenced by this variable names. That is object reference names. That is Maruti, Benz and Audi. Using this object references, we can do few things. That is, you see, using this object reference, we can initialize these variables, guys. Okay. For each and every object, these values will be different. Maruti car model will not be same as the Benz car model, right? Benz car model will not be same as the Audi car model. All the car models of these different okay companies will be different, and the price of the Maruti cars will be different. The price of the Benz car will be different. Okay, Benz cars will be different, and the price of the Audi cars will be different, and the color of the different cars may be different. So for each and every object, there are going to be different properties, right? These properties are going to work differently for different objective objects. And how to do that? How to specify those things? Like the cost of the Maruti car or model, or the cost of the Benz car model, etc., etc. Okay, by using this object references we can do that, guys. Okay, because using this object references only we can refer to these objects. Here we cannot read these objects without this object references, guys. We have to use this object references. Let's say, for example, I will use this object references, object reference Maruti here. I'll copy paste here and simply say dot, guys. When I say dot Maruti dot, okay, all the properties inside this car class will come here. This template, whatever we created here, it has three variable properties and three method properties. All these things will be displayed here. You see, when you say Maruti dot, car color came, car cost came, car model came. Okay, three came. And apart from that, we also got three methods here. That is car details. This is one method, and start car and stop car. All the three methods are also came. Okay, now I'll start with, guys. I will start with the car model. Maruti dot car model is equal to. This is how we have to use, guys. Okay, Maruti dot car model is equal to. I have to give the car model name. Let's say I will give Swift VDI is a car model. Then Maruti dot car Maruti dot car cost is equal to 8 lakhs. Okay. Then I will say Maruti dot car color is equal to car model, car cost, car color is equal to some. I will give some red color. Okay. Similarly, using the same object reference, I can call these methods. That is start car, stop car, and car details. And just to differentiate, guys, I will give some kind of line here. So this, along with these details, this line will also be printed. Okay, fine. So now let me call the methods inside this car template using this object reference. So here, guys, when I say car dot Maruti dot car model is equal to Swift VDI, here what will happen is car model is equal to Swift VDI. This will be added. Okay. Then the next one, car cost is equal to 8 lakhs will be added. Then car color is equal to red color will be added. So in this object, using this object reference, that is Maruti, we have stored these three different values of this particular object. Okay, that is 50 VDA, 8 lakhs, and red. Similarly, using the Benz also, we can do the same thing. That is, if I say Benz dot car model, it has its own car model, right? Let's say Benz A class. Okay, Benz A class, I will say. Then I will give Benz dot car cost is equal to, okay, some 30 lakhs, let me give for now. So Benz dot car color is equal to, let me give this as black. Okay, done. Now what will happen here, guys? In the object, this second object, which is referenced using this Benz, using this object reference, we have added the car model as Benz A class, then car cost as some 30 lakhs. Okay, all these values are getting stored in the object, guys, object memory. Okay, and car color as some black. Okay, every object has its own object memory, and using this object references, we can object this memory location, object memory location, and we can store the values for each and individual objects. Okay, these are the real objects you can feel right now. Now class is a template, and as you can see, these are the instance of the classes. Okay, or using that car class template, we are able to create this multiple object. Using the template, we are able to create this multiple objects which can store the properties of the car, like car model, cost, color, and this object values may be different from this object values. And coming to the third one, Audi, let's also do the same. Audi dot car model is equal to, okay, some superhero, I'll say. Okay, so it's not there, but I'm just taking it for example, guys. Okay, then Audi dot car cost is equal to 40 lakhs. Then Audi dot car color is equal to some blue. Like this, three different things I added. So now in the object, in this third object memory, which is referenced by this Audi object reference, using this object reference, we are able to add the property values as for the car model as superhero model, and then car cost as 40 lakhs, then car color as some blue. Okay, fine. Now this is fine. Now apart from this properties, that is variable properties, we also have the methods, and this also will become the part of the objects, guys. Okay, this also will become this methods will also be there. Okay, methods. So when you access this methods of the class with the help of this Maruti object reference, okay, these methods will work according to this property values. Okay, and when you access this same methods using the Benz object reference, these methods will work as per the data that is stored in this variable property values. Okay, that is object to storage data wise, it will work. The same way, Audi also same thing. These methods will work according to the data that is stored into the objects of this Audi reference object. Okay. So if I from here, guys, if I say Maruti dot start car, it will start the car, guys. Okay. Maruti dot stop car. Maruti dot, okay, car details. I'm only calling. I'm initialized all the three cars, but for all the three objects, I initialize values for the properties, guys, but I'm only calling the methods for the first object reference itself. Okay, first object itself. When I run this, right click, run as Java application. You see, fifth VDI started because I called this start car. So when start car is called car model, whatever the car model I gave here, that is fifth VDI has been taken here into consideration, and then started got printed. Then second method, that is stop car. The stop car will be called and using this object reference, we have called this stop car. Okay. So when you create objects, guys, using these objects, you have to call these methods like this. In one of the previous videos, I explained how to call the methods, right? But when you have created objects for a class and you want to call those methods inside that class, then you have to use object references like this, Maruti dot start car. Okay, this is a calling method. Okay, method calling statement, guys. This is a method calling statement, but here you have to append that with the object reference. Then only you can call the methods. Okay, inside that class. Fine. So Maruti dot stop car, Maruti dot car detail. When you say Maruti dot car details, the model of the car is whatever the model you gave for the Maruti, that will be coming. Whatever the cost you came, whatever the color you came, everything will be printed. After that, a line will be printed. Okay. So that's actually got happened here, guys. 50 VDI started, 50 VDI stopped, and the model of the car is 50 VDI. The color of the cost of the car is 8 lakhs, and the color of the car is red color. Okay, everything happened like this. Now the same thing I will do for the other objects also. Okay, I will refer using this object reference. Using this object reference, I will call the methods inside this methods. Okay, using these values, I'm going to call this methods. Okay, using this object reference. So that is if I say here instead of Maruti, if I say Benz, here also same thing, Benz, and here also Benz. And third thing here is Audi dot start car, Audi dot stop car, Audi dot car details. Okay, when I run this, you see all the three car details got printed here. Okay, so using their respective object references, we have to either initialize the properties of that object or call the methods of that object. Okay, of that car class, of their class. So here 50 VDI started, 50 VDI stopped. The model of the car is 50 VDI. The color of the car is 8 lakhs. The color of the car is red. Benz A class started, Benz A class stopped. The model of the car is Benz A class. The cost of the car is 30 lakhs. The color of the car is black. Then here third one, that is Audi related one. That is superhero started, superhero model stopped. The model of the car is superhero. The cost of the car is 40 lakhs, and the color of the car is blue. Like this, guys. Okay, like this, guys, we can create a template for a class. Okay, using that class template, we can create objects, and using their object references, we can initialize the variables or properties of that particular objects. Okay, and then work like this. This is how we generally work with the classes and objects in Java, guys. And don't just listen to this video, guys. You have to practice. Okay, you should practice creating this car class template, and then you should practice creating the objects for this car class. Then using this object reference, you should be in a position to initialize, then call the methods for that respective objects. Okay, as per the respective objects, you have to, using their respective object references, you have to call the methods, and see this kind of results you will get. Okay, this is how we work with the class and objects in Java, guys. And before ending, let me again recall about this object creation statement, right? I created these three objects here. Okay, what actually these objects, these are nothing but object creation statements. And let me explain it in more detail now. When I say view here, and I click on that view here, as you can see, the diagram will come here for me, using which I will explain. So this is the object creation statement, right? A new car will create an object for this car class. And then this is object reference, which will store the object of this newly created object will be stored in this object reference which is named as Benz here. And since this is Benz object reference is holding the object of this car class, we have to define this Benz object reference with the car class, right? So if I segregate them separately, this first part, that is car, is the class name, right? This is nothing but a class name. Car is a class name for which you are creating an object. Using this car class template, you are creating an object, guys. So car is a class here. Benz is the reference variable or object reference. You can call anything, guys, reference variable or object reference. And what actually it refers to? It refers to the objects, right? It refers to the objects, guys. Refers to the car class objects created by the new operator. Here, new operator will create the objects. Okay. This is the operator in Java, guys, for creating the objects for the required classes. So if you want to create an object for the class, some car class, then you have to say new car, open and close the circular brackets and put a semicolon here. This will create the new operator based on the name of the class here given here. Will create an object for that class. So, and there is one more thing also, guys, that is here, as you can see, car. This looks like a method, right? This part looks like a method, car, with some closing and opening and closing circular brackets. This looks like a method, but guys, this is not a method, guys. This is a constructor. Here, car is a constructor, and it will be calling something. Okay. In this video, I'm not explaining anything about this car constructor here. Okay. This is not a method, guys. Here, this part is a constructor, guys. Okay. This part is a constructor, and this constructor details I will explain in the upcoming videos. There's a separate concept known as constructor in Java, guys, which I cannot explain here in detail. So I will take up this topic for the upcoming videos. For now, when I segregate this object creation statement, new is operator for creating the desired. Okay, new is operator. What is the purpose of the new operator, guys? For creating the objects for the given class name. Okay, so new car. So new will create an object for the class name. That is the first thing is the operator. New is an operator for creating the object for the given class name. Second thing is this car with parenthesis. Okay, this is a constructor, guys. I will explain about constructor in the upcoming videos. Okay, here Benz is the object reference or reference variable, which will refer to the objects created like this. Okay, not to refer to this objects memories created in this computer memory. We have to use object references. So here Benz is an object reference or reference variable for referring to the created objects. Then finally we have this car, which is nothing but the class name. Okay, that's it, guys. This is all about the object creation statement. Hope you understood, guys, how to create a car class template and how to create the objects using that car class template using the new operator and all, and how to work with classes and objects in Java and all those details. So that's it, guys. Practice well. Don't just listen, just practice well, guys, before moving forward with the other video. In the next video, just practice all this example on this class and objects and how to work with that. Okay. So that's it, guys. In the next video session, I'll explain about arrays. I'll start explaining about arrays, guys. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video session. Thank you. Bye.